Everybody in the chat, which is like one other person, we have to pray, hope and pray that every model case for the GFS tonight. Every single model has to do it, especially the Euro. Every single model should case for the GFS. Guys, the GFS still has 18 inches on the ground by Monday. I want to believe it. But I just can't. Because no one trusts the GFS. Look at this. Heck, more than 18 inches. Nearly 20. I want to believe. Never trust your GFs. Bold of you to assume I have any. Alright. Guys, this is very serious, chat. Okay, kind of. Yeah. Not, okay, it really is. Now is not the time for joking around. This is a very serious moment. The Rufus has snow for about 12-ish hours before it changes to sleet and then not that much freezing rain. We have to hope that there's no freezing rain. Actually, maybe we want freezing rain. Chat, do we want freezing rain? Chat, maybe we want freezing rain, because then that'll close schools for even longer. Maybe that'll provide a better chance of school closing. Give us a nice little... I'm not saying that, but that's very north. That is way too north, I think. What I am terrified of is, if you remember, the day after Christmas last month in New York, they were supposed to get a foot of snow. What ended up happening was the warm nose won, and more sleet happened a lot earlier, and they got like 5 inches instead. And the heaviest snow was in New England. So while I'm still leaning towards 6 to 12, but look, 6 inches, that's still a lot. And it's not going anywhere. The good thing is, no matter how much we get, it's not going anywhere. Our city will look like a glacier for the next week. No matter how much snow falls, that is not going anywhere. Now, it's time to lock in, chat. Then we'll look at the Portland stuff. Alright. All joking aside. What is not available?
I think January 5th? It was not far after New Year's. I mean, for the record, like every college...
I'm not gonna lie. Not tomorrow. No, bro, what am I talking about? Next weekend.
Mostly snow. So anywhere in like northwestern Arkansas, we're talking Mountain Home, Fayetteville, surrounding areas, Benton. I think almost all of you will be.
Next weekend doesn't look too bad. Now I'm not trying to move on from this one, as is usually the case with all these storms in our area. It's always on to the next storm 2 days before it happens because it always changes and we barely get anything. Next weekend, watch for something to spin up near the coast. Does this model show it? Yep, it does. Watch for something to try and spin up near the coast. So that was the GFS. The Canadian, maybe a tad bit more trustworthy, except for this absolute disgrace of a run. Brings a tiny little clipper in the middle of the week. And then the start of something. Now, knowing this, knowing our history, it's probably going to trend all the way up into, like, Canada. So, I wouldn't put too much stock in that, but just something to watch out for. It's probably going to trend into, like, it's going to turn into a Nunavut winter storm. Here's the icon. The storm arriving earlier could lead to the snow starting much later and a much shorter thump. A much shorter thump of snow. Which means we might be cooked. We might be cooked, Chad. Son, I'm crying at these trends. Son. Is going north? Son? Is this going north? Okay, Max. You're not mono watching like we are. Son? What's happening, son? Son. Play the... Son. Start playing the... Son, what are you doing, son? Chat. Son, what is happening? Son. It's not available. Did I get claimed? So it's starting at about 1 a.m. I want to trust the GFS, but I can't. Son, this isn't funny, son. Son, this is not funny. What is actually going on? I'm crying right now. I'm crying. What's going on? Can I not aura farm anymore? Can I not aura farm now? Nope. It's not that I can't... Not that I got claimed or whatever. It's just YouTube's broken. See, it doesn't even work with a DG video. Doesn't even work with Express Ginger. What is... It doesn't even work with Express Ginger. You know what? I'm just have to scream over the model run then. I'm gonna just have to scream over the model run. Alright, chat. 4 a.m. Things looking solid. This is 10 a.m. Things looking solid. Is it north? I mean, still a north trend wouldn't hurt us that much. I think things haven't really changed. things have not really changed. This is what you're hoping for. I think by now, the GFS would have caved. The GFS would have caved to the euro by now. But no. Okay, tries to develop some heavy snow, but again, lower rates, but heavy snow. So that's when, or no, lower ratios. I do not like being in silence. I do not like being in silence, chat. Oh my boss. Can I not play videos while streaming? Because that makes no sense. So here we go. The line gets pretty close. Let me take a sounding. How about I take a sounding? It's probably gonna say sleet and snow, right? Yes. If we still have snow, but we mix with sleet, that's still fine. By about 4 o'clock, we're still technically in the majority snow. While it's ticking north, this would be a good scenario still. Modord. Not if you keep leaving like that now. You ought to stay in the stream and give me watch time. By the evening, it should be pure sleep. Okay, AIGFS is out. The Clanker model is out. The Clanker model is out. How long? Okay. We have it out to the whole storm for reference. I'm going to look at the 18Z. Pretty trash run, I'm not gonna lie. We get dry slotted after or when the Arctic air comes in. Let's see if it corrected itself. And look. Not much, not by much. Not by much. I think there's a lot more sleet on this run, which will cut down totals quite a bit. Good thing is, sleet still accumulates. And it counts toward total snowfall. So, sleet will count toward total snowfall. But it just accumulates much slower. Even if you got heavy sleet, then it might end as snow. Okay, I don't know what to actually do. Am I gonna try and solve this? So, in the end, yes, the totals went down. due to more mixing, but that was to be expected. I did not think we were going to be all snow the whole time. Mixing was just way too inevitable. But we end up with 13. With ratios getting higher again as the Arctic air comes in. With a snow depth of 13 inches. And no ice. That's very important. No ice. Talk about. Okay, we're gonna go over the. Actually, I can't even. Wait. Wait, can I watch this on stream? I can. All right, chat. I can watch this on stream. By the way, there is nothing to talk about for Vancouver. Alright, we need to get Library to play that. Y'all bought. Let me just turn on. Oh wait, the Canadians running. We don't like what the Canadians showing, but it is good with Arctic air, so I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I see non-weather accounts talk about this storm. So, this will surely be the biggest one of the winter. Surely. But I think what the GFS was showing is a little more realistic. It's a little more realistic. Little lesson for me though. Next storm, I am not going to be religiously tracking the models. I can't do that. There's no way. I'm gonna have gray hairs by the end of the season. I can't do that. Let me put on. You like this? Carnarks? Bro. Like, actually. Fine, we'll put on some Creekcraft. I can't watch anyone. I can't watch anyone. Can you link the... No, don't leave. Don't leave. Give me viewers. Give me watch time. Promote this stream. Give me watch time, please. I'll do anything. So much that I had to bribe. Unless you... There you go, man. There you go. There you go. Trust. So I can watch this vid, but I can't watch... But I can't watch Creekcraft. Well, I can watch Creekcraft. No, I can't. So what is one to do?
And he
Here we
referred to
go.
my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
Oh, for sure, man.
The border wall? Oh, that's a good thing to look. He voted against Kate's law, and he voted for Obama. But they want Starlink. So I said, whatever it is, let's sell. I called Elon. I say, and you can't get it. It's really popular. It's very hard to get. But they need it, and they need big doses of it, like fast. And people are flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times, as opposed to once. They end up using more water. So EPA is looking at that very strongly. So everybody wants a blizzard.
Yep, that's true.
He didn't get
You got
an
that
Emmy
right.
for his TV program 3 years in a row, and he started tweeting that the Emmys were rigged against
Should have gotten it.
this.
I did everything right, and they indicted me. If you repeat them out of order, it's okay, but you know, it's not as good. But then when you go back about 20, 25 minutes later, and they say, go back to that question. They don't tell you this. Go back to that question and repeat them. Can you do it? And you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. As bad as that hurricane was, and that was a bad one. That was a big water job, right? It kept coming in and going back. They couldn't get rid of it.
My mom is the strongest woman I know.
She should
This
be
is
running.
not about.
Which means what? No more Oreos. No more Oreos. No more Oreos.
So the
it's
fun
gonna be tough
begins.
getting off Oreos.
Want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be
you know,
surprised.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting
the-
animals. Your Twitter account... has
Only Rosie
several-
O'Donnell. You know, something very nice just happened to me. A man came up to me.
This is brain rot.
And he handed me his
I don't
Purple
like
Heart.
this.
I always wanted to get the Purple Heart. This was much easier. The
I'm saying meow.
vicious. It was
I'm
water.
not gonna say that. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am, Troubadour? Who do you think I am? Meow.
Did he watch this? Wait, did he watch this? Oh, he did. He did watch this, okay. Alright, alright, alright.
The worst we'd ever seen. It was a water hurricane. That's what it was. Because it's sort of gross to talk about, right? So I won't talk about the fact that people have to flush their toilet 15 times. Okay. I will not talk about it. I'll only talk about showers and but there is 3 things. I won't talk about it.
Why are they all wearing masks? I thought that was against
See, the
what they
new
were
thing
for.
is hydrogen cars, but they're having a problem. If it explodes, you end up about 7 blocks away and you're dead. We have a tremendous problem in New York because President Obama would not.
It is
stop
going
the flights.
south, maybe.
So now we've got Ebola. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are
I
in
think it's
prison.
going south. Keep looking at videos, chat. Because that's the only way. That is the only way. What am I looking at? Send a long video, okay? Send a long video so I can have it on the background while I watch the Australian Open. Send along video. What happened to this series at Tixai? What happened? Bro stopped at day 14. Bro stopped at day 14, bro. Okay, let's. Fine. I was gonna wait till the Canadian
Welcome
fully
back
ran.
to Forza Horizon 6. Today's the big day. Forza Horizon 6 gameplay is
Forza.
officially here.
I
In case
think
you
it
missed
went
only
south.
A couple of hours ago was Developer Direct, Xbox's big showcase in January.
No freezing
and they
rain.
just
That's a good thing.
revealed a bunch of FH6 gameplay. And in today's
Ladies and
video,
gentlemen,
I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know, from the new cars, the new customization, the new progression, of course Japan, and a bunch of other stuff as well. So buckle in. Now, in full
it's a
disclosure,
shorter
there
thumb.
is so much news dropping about Forza Horizon 6 right now. Probably from the very moment I post this video, there's already going to be new news out there. So tomorrow, I'm going to make a follow-up video to this one covering all of that stuff. So subscribe if you want to see that. And to make it extra special,
As a non-Canadian, I can tell he is undoubtedly, without a doubt, a syrup consumer.
video, I'm
And
also
Dory can
gonna be
vouch.
revealing an interview that I did with the Forza Horizon 6 developers, where I got to ask them a whole bunch of questions. And spoiler alert, some of the things that were spoken about in that are going to blow your mind. You'll have to wait and see tomorrow, though, so make sure you subscribe. Side note, if you have any questions for the developers, let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll do my best to ask as many of them as I can the next time I can chat with the devs. So yeah, let me know. So let's get straight into it. Release date for Forza Horizon 6. Yes, the leaks were correct. If you pre-order
Look,
the
chat,
premium edition of the
no
game,
matter
you'll get
how much
4
snow
days
we
of
get, it's
early
going to
access,
be there
which
for a
means you
long
can play
time.
on May
Okay?
15th. If
So
you
I
just
wouldn't
plan on
I wouldn't
getting the
fret too
regular
much.
edition or playing on Game Pass,
Now,
you'll
if
be
temps
able
were gonna
play
be in like
on
the
May
50s the next
19th.
day,
The developers did
I'd
say
be
the PlayStation 5
heated.
version will be coming out
But
later
no.
this year, but as of right now, they
But no.
haven't given us a release date.
I still think
I guess
6 to
without
12,
further ado, let's just jump into
maybe
the
on the
biggest
lower end,
features. And I feel
like
like
7
the
to
biggest
9
feature of all in
is
Forza
looking
Horizon
plausible,
6
and
has gotta
that's still
be
a lot.
the
I thought 6
progression.
inches
Forza
last year was a
Horizon 6,
lot.
Ever since it was first announced back in October, has been running with this like tagline of "Become a racing legend," but the developers have finally told us what that actually means this time around. And in Forza Horizon 6, you don't start as a superstar. You don't start even as a member of the Horizon Festival. You start as a tourist who's exploring Japan. You drive up to the festival, and you first need to earn your way into the Horizon Festival by doing qualifiers. And then once you're in, you need to prove your worth by earning wristbands. Yes, Forza Horizon 1 wristbands are officially back. I believe they start with yellow, then they go up and up and up through the ranks. Anyways, at the time of recording this video, we don't yet know how you're gonna like progress through each and every wristband, whether it be tied to XP or something like back in the day, like fans, for example, or whether it be something new like reputation. We don't know yet. What they did say is when you achieve whatever it is that fills up that bucket, to prove that you're good enough to unlock the next wristband, you have to go in and complete a special showcase mission. And during this gameplay, you'll probably notice you end up seeing the bullet train. That will probably be one of them. You'll probably also race a plane and so on like you have in previous Forza games. But the developers also called out a new game mode called Horizon Rush. You get a quick glimpse of it here with this Lamborghini drifting down at the docks of Japan and trying to achieve a certain like skill score, drift score on this particular circuit. It's an entirely new mode. Obviously, we haven't played it just yet, so we'll have to see what it's like, but it sounds very cool. Now that we've spoken about wristbands, though, wristbands lead to some other very cool things. But to explain that, we need to talk about Japan itself. So let's jump into the Japan details as well. So, right out of the gate, Japan is the biggest map the developers have ever made. We don't yet have an exact size for how big it is, but the developers called out specifically its density and its diversity. For example, throughout this trailer, you will notice a ton of different biomes, from the farmlands to the highlands to Tokyo City and everything in between, and it is truly mind-blowing. One of my favorite features that the developers called out here is that Tokyo City is actually 5 times bigger than any city the developers have ever made. It's so big, in fact, it now has its own different like districts built into the city itself. Previously, it was like Guanajuato is Guanajuato. Edinburgh is Edinburgh. But now the city is so big, it's got its own districts. Like, you've got Tokyo City at the docks, you've got Tokyo City downtown, and so on. And it's just, that's awesome. That's so cool. There are some other key map elements I feel like we should talk about. For example, you can go and race around the C1 loop, which is just super, super cool. If you're familiar with Japan, that's like the highway that goes around Tokyo. Super cool. I'm not gonna lie, now that I say that, it might be kind of difficult to hit our top speed. I wonder if that's gonna be straight enough to do like 250, 300 miles an hour. Maybe? We'll have to see. The diversity on the map goes so far as changing throughout the seasons, and it is so intense and so diverse. You get areas like this when it gets to the winter time, and well, that's a lot of snow. And I don't know how some cars are going to handle that, but I guess we'll see.
I think
How
I
hard can it be,
was
Speaking about the open world, the developers have added some new features
muted
to
when
the
I
open
said when I
world
tried to
itself.
say
For
something.
example, there
I
are
was
now
saying
open
that
world car meets that you
no
can
matter
just
how
drive
much
up
snow
to
we
and take
see,
part in.
it's
Now,
still
Forza
going to be on the
Horizon
ground for
2,
over a week.
was it? Had car meets, you had to,
Unmelted.
like, go through this cutscene,
Now,
you
if
could
temps
kind
were in the
of scroll
50s,
through
I'd be
everyone's
pretty
car.
heated.
That's a thing of the past.
But
FH5
that's not going to
or
happen.
FH6,
It's just simply
proper
not
open
going to
world car
happen.
meets, very cool. They also called out open world time attack. They didn't go into too much detail about those.
You know,
but
I
there
thought
is,
6
like,
inches was a
leaderboard
lot
built
last
into
year.
them, and you can, like, earn
We are
money
probably going
from
to see
them.
more than
If
that.
you
Maybe
ask
not by
me,
much.
It sounds kind of like
Maybe
achieving 3 stars
7
on
to
Steam
10
zones just with a different
potentially.
game. So we'll have to see how it works, but
With a
sounds
little
pretty cool.
tiny
Now, here's the
layer
thing.
of ice,
One thing I feel
if we
like
can
Forza
add an
Horizon
inch
6
of
has been
sleep,
doing
but that's
very well, and what
let's
the
not get too
developers
crazy
feel
now.
like have been trying to showcase throughout a lot of this gameplay
So
is just how one element of the game ties in.
yeah, and I was
next
muted on
element.
purpose
So if we
so
take
that I can watch the
progression
Australian Open with
and the
sound
Japanese
while
map,
the video plays.
there's something very cool there. As you go through the game, you'll be unlocking more and more wristbands, right? And when you finally get to the gold wristband, your final wristband, that will grant you access to Legend Island, a special island that you can only access when you get that gold wristband. There are new roads for you to explore, a ton of new events only for the people who have those gold wristbands, and I would assume probably a couple of cars as well. Anyways, I guess we've reached that portion
There's
of the
no
video
way
where we
just
should
face
talk
reveal.
about some
There's
of
no
the
way.
cars coming to Forza.
There's no way. There's no way. Chat. Am I logged in? I don't think I'm logged in, no. It might leak my email. Again, I am terrified of leaking, so pause. I'm terrified of leaking things. I don't think it'll leak my email. See if I can log in, right? Is that his face? Is that him? Wow, he's a little kid, bro. He's a little kid, bro. bro is 6 years old making chess videos every day. Look at the post. I'm not signed in. I don't want to sign in. Fine then. Wait, I'm gonna use my trusty account viewer. I'm going to use my trusty account viewer. This is pretty sketchy, but let me see. Let's see, chat. There we go. That looks more like it. He's a chud. Not a chud. I was about to say a chud. No, he's a Chad. The absolute opposite. He's an absolute Chad. Wait. He has aura. No. This guy has aura, no? Absolutely. Let's see what it talks about for absolutely nothing for midweek. Midweek won't be anything too special. let's look at the ensembles. Link me an Aura song. Not an not a We Are Jeffrey Epstein song. An Aura song. Why look at the ensembles? This AI slop, you know what? Fine. Best we can do. The best we can do is AI slop. Fine. Which, by the way, the 18Z meme was insane. There's still hope. Look at this. Widespread foot on the mean. DC to Boston. There's still hope. You have not been shadow banned, little bro. Bro is not Viper King. I can't lie, this is AI slop. I used to like it, but it's just AI slop now.
Okay, so it's not
okay,
every
now
day
I can
that
watch
get to
Creed.
talk-
I think what I have to do is not click into the video, but drag it up. Is this true? Yeah, you have to drag it up. You have to drag it up. Because... yeah, you just gotta drag the video up. Okay. 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 You just gotta drag the video up. Alright. Ring in the foot plus on the ensembles from DC to Boston. We might not get to a foot, but it'd be interesting to see. Again, this is a 10-1, which, if you have the ratio starting high and then ending low, you could probably use a 10-1 at this point. Props for an inch. I swear, if they drop below 100, I'm going to be absolutely beside myself. Chat. What to do, man? Frame 70 can't come in any slower, can it? Sir, bro, what is happening? Alright, we're gonna talk about the Portland situation.
Josh, we'll talk about that weather outside.
We're gonna talk about the Portland situation after this run comes in. And then we'll watch it. One more frame, just one more frame. Here we go. "10 inches, okay. So we stay right where we are on the ensembles. I like how the Weather Channel still has 14 inches. Okay. Sure, let me watch this real quick.
All right, Josh, let's talk about that weather outside.
Yeah.
It's getting icy out there. It's getting cold. I told you earlier today I saw a de-icer on the roads, guys. It's officially winter.
You know, it
And
took
now
long
you
enough.
say
We're
that.
now in the thick of the season and finally starting to feel like the winter season, and that's exactly what some of you have seen across our area. This is out towards the Forest Park location at about 1,000 feet here across the Portland-Vancouver area. Picking up sights, if you look really close, you can almost see what appears to be maybe a wintry mix, maybe a ice pellet or grapple, or maybe even a snowflake or two, thanks to Kathy.
Don't
Fuller
bring
for
up the
sending
G
this
word
rich video.
or
You
the
can share
SL
your winter
word.
weather photos
Don't do
and
that.
videos with us
Not
right
to me
now
this
by
week.
scanning the QR code on your screen. That will direct you to coin.com. So what is grapple, or maybe even an ice pellet? Well, it's a snowflake in the colder sections of the atmosphere that move into an area where it's liquid rain, but it's super cooled, so it's at or below 32 degrees. As that snowflake touches those colder water droplets, it instantly freezes on it, giving us a little ice crystal ball here, which is different than hail because it's going to be very squishy, so easily broken with your fingers, and that's a good telltale sign as if it is either grapple or if it is actually hail. And as far as the winter weather aspect goes, you can see the radar picking up on just a bit of that super cooled water, likely some of those snowflakes suspended at the highest levels of the atmosphere. But by the time they fall to the surface, our temperatures are warm enough that it quickly melts on contact, and that's going to be the case as a few heavier rain showers just now being
kinda.
reported through the southern flank of the Portland, Vancouver metro area. And then we really start to dry things out. So any moisture that does fall is going to dry before those freezing temperatures return to the Vancouver area.
Cool
Now
weather.
both include...
We also have a cold weather advisory. Bro has it for 20-degree wind chills. We have us for -8 wind chills.
Okay, so it's not every day that
Amateurs.
I get to talk about some good Roblox updates, but today is actually one of those days because
I already
Roblox
watched this vid,
actually
but
listened.
here you
They
go.
made some pretty substantial changes based on the feedback that we all gave them and all of the complaining that you guys have pretty much been doing over the age update and a few other things as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually this right here. You see, a lot of people are really mad about this because the RTC Twitter account, they tweeted and they said after almost 20 years of use, Roblox will be removing the official Roblox badges on your profiles in 2026. Of course, if you go to pretty much any Roblox profile, go to the bottom, you'll see these badges right here. These have been on Roblox for 20 plus years now, since pretty much probably everyone watching this video has played Roblox. These have been here. And Roblox decided about a month ago that they're going to delete them. They're going to get rid of them. Why would they do that? I don't know. They issued some sort of statement here basically saying, let's see what they say here. They say, many of the older Roblox badges are no longer achievable and they don't reflect the way that users and creators express themselves today. Whatever, right? So a lot of people were really mad about this. And, well, Roblox actually heard the complaints and they actually listened. So Roblox announced that they are going to be giving out UGC accessories commemorating the removal of the official Roblox badges. So basically, if you have any of these badges, these are going to be going away. You will no longer see them. But in place of that, if you go to your Roblox avatar editor, go to your, your inventory here, you'll actually see starting today that a lot of people are going to be starting to get these badges. And you can actually wear these badges on your Roblox avatar. You can actually put them on. And once my avatar loads here, you'll actually see it's on my avatar. There it is right there. I got the little badge on there. So now you know that I'm a Roblox veteran. veteran. And honestly, yeah, look, it is really stupid that Roblox is just removing these for seemingly no reason at all. But the fact that they went out of their way and they made these into wearable badges that you can put on your avatar, that's actually really cool. So kudos to Roblox for that. That's a W update. Now, what else did Roblox listen to our feedback on? Well, this one's actually kind of surprising. I'm actually really shocked they did this. So they're not removing the age checks. They're not removing the age verification update, but I'll show you what they are doing, which actually does help a lot. So if we go on over to Royal High's Twitter account, and look, bear with me, I know, and not everyone watching is a fan of Royal High. I get it, you know, girly game. Most of the people here are dudes, okay, but look, bear with me here, okay? Watch this. So they're adding in this feature into the game where you can actually select from a bunch of different options, and then it'll actually chat that option in the chat. It'll put it in the chat. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm explaining this the right way. So basically you open up this save chat menu, and then you just choose what you want to say out of all the options. I love your outfit. Outfit, 10 out of 10. Slay. You look so cool. You look fabulous. Your locker's so cool, etc., etc., etc. Now, the cool thing about this is anybody can see this on Roblox. No matter what age group you're in, everyone is able to see this. And this is huge. It means that people outside of your age groups will finally be able to communicate with you back and forth. Now, is it perfect? Is it the same as being able to say exactly what you want to say? No. Oh my God, they added 6-7 in there. Do you see that? They put 6-7 in there. Now, the reason why this is huge is because originally Roblox said no to this. If you go back to the original post that Roblox made all the way back in November of 2025, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page here, to this section right here, it says, can creators make their own preset messages? And they said no. No, they can't. We're not going to allow it. And well, on January 9th, I don't know why they didn't announce this anywhere. They just quietly updated this section on the page from like 4 months ago. Again, why would they not announce this? But they said they're updating the guidelines, and that creators are now able to make custom messaging and communication as long as it's within Roblox's TOS. So now, any game on Roblox, no matter what game it is, you're able to make a custom text chat messaging system like Royal High here and put it in your game so that all the Roblox players will be able to communicate in some way, shape, or form. Now, if you've played Roblox for a while, in fact, over I think 15 years, you might recognize this because Roblox actually used to have this as a feature. This used to be in the game, and then, of course, they removed it, and now here we are, 2026, we're right back. You know, where did that bring you? Right back to me. We're back with the save chat. So basically, games can just make their own list of chat messages that they want players to be able to communicate with each other and put them in the game, and players can chat now. Look, is it as great as removing it, the chat update and the bans and all that and just removing everything? No, of course not. It's not perfect. But this is way better than having nothing. This is at least something. Now, something else interesting real quick. If we go on over to Roblox's TikTok, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but check this out. Roblox put out this really weird video. I'm not really sure what it is. It says, okay, but imagine a great Roblox meme reset. And they uploaded this 5 days ago, and I'm not really sure. Obviously, it's supposed to be a reference to Escape Tsunamis for Brain Rots, but is Roblox going to be doing another event? Are they going to do a classic?
Scalp, are you a diehard Trump supporter? Wait. This is gonna be a clip. This is gonna be a clip. Wait. No. Let me remove it. Let me make this thing smaller for the clip. Scalp, are you a diehard Trump supporter? Well, I mean, I do support Trump dying hard someday, so I guess you can say I am. That'd be clip for him. Wait, can I make that better? Wait, can I make that better? Let me see. No. Let me do this again. Let me do this again. So someone just said... No. I'm not gonna say that. Scalp, are you a diehard Trump supporter? Well, I mean, I do... No. Let's do it again. Ahem. And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Scalp, are you a diehard Trump supporter? Well, I mean, I would support it if Trump died pretty hard. So, in that case, I'd say, yes, I am a diehard Trump supporter. no, you clip. Scalp clips, where are you at, man? W clip. Alright, back to watching tennis. Back to watching tennis.
Are they bringing back classic Roblox games? Like, I don't know. Clearly, though, Roblox is hinting at some sort of classic Roblox thing coming back. I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's something good. I love how the comments, though, are just talking about the chat. This guy's like, bye, Roblox. I'm playing Minecraft now. And if you also missed it, this past weekend, Stilla Brainrot had a Bruno Mars concert inside the game, which this is actually kind of crazy. It had 12.7 million concurrent players participating in the concert, which officially makes the Bruno Mars Stilla Brainrot concert the most watched single artist virtual concert ever. So Stilla Brainrot has once again, broken an all-time world record right here on Roblox again. Something else real quick, Roblox put out a video last week talking about how they want you to be able to just AI generate entire Roblox games. This entire game, as you can see on the screen right now, is completely AI generated. And, yeah, it looks really bad. I don't know, I don't know why Roblox is so obsessed with AI. Like, I'm gonna mute David Baszucki for a second, but like, look, go back and watch this. Watch this kid right here. This kid just blips out of existence. Like, what kind of game is this? Why would you put that out? This is not great. Watch. The fence just disappears. It disappears. Look at this. Look at this. I'm getting heated. The fence that's on the side of the wall here turns into a boat. Not only does it turn into a boat, it disappears. The character just walks through the boat. Look, watch. He's just walking through the boat, and that's the game. Like, what? David, that's not good. That's not a good game. This is a bad game. Nobody wants to play that. I don't know why Roblox is so obsessed with, like, every company is so obsessed with AI, and like, it's not it's not that great. It's not that great. Now let's talk a little bit about the Roblox age verification, the Roblox chat bans. Well, looks like Matt Kaufman here, this guy right here, the safety guy at Roblox, the chief safety officer, he did a massive interview with this website news organization, I'm not really sure, called GameBeat. And look, I'm not gonna read the whole interview. I did read the whole interview, but as you can see, there's a lot, so I'm not gonna spend the whole video reading through everything he said here. But there was actually some really interesting stuff that I wanted to point out here. Basically, the interview opened up with something that David Baszucki said, and let me just play the video. This is the video here.
About the scope of the problem here. What has led you to this point, and how do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well. How do we allow
an opportunity as well? Yeah, look, probably shouldn't have said that. You know, that was probably a bad thing to say. Well, Mr. Matt Kaufman, he actually spoke on that because the interviewer asked them, and they were like, why would David Baszucki say that it was an opportunity? That seems like a bad choice of words. And he basically said that safety is a real growth driver for the company. Leaning into safety is an opportunity to grow the number of users we have. That's what Dave was trying to get across. If you make Roblox safer, then more people will come play Roblox. And yeah, that's true, right? Parents don't want their kids on an unsafe platform. Kind of a weird thing to say, though, in the moment, right? Kind of a read the room kind of moment. You probably should have just said, yeah, those guys are bad. We're going to ban those guys. Those guys aren't great. And anyway, out of this entire interview, there was one part that I found really interesting. The interviewee asked him how the age update rollout is going, and this is what he said. He said, the analogy I like to use is a car. You get into your car, and there's obviously a bumper and a seatbelt and airbags. And now, some cars can keep you in your lane, and every generation, there's a new feature that helps keep you safe in your car. Does that mean that nobody dies in car accidents? No, but I think people have a much more intuitive understanding of how you can have all these systems in place, but they still won't be 100% perfect. Basically saying that Roblox can have the best system in the world, but some people are still going to, honestly, I
I want to go back to a time where, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy the storm as it happens. I'm not gonna worry about no. I'm not gonna worry about no, you know. Why are we spamming L? What happened? Why are we spamming barbed wire? Guys, I'm just gonna enjoy the storm as it happens Sunday. I'm not about to worry about no. Oh no, how much snow are we gonna get? Because temps gonna be below freezing anyways. And it's gonna be a lot of snow regardless. Yeah, still a widespread foot on the ensembles, which might happen. I don't think it accounts for sleet, because the GFS doesn't. The Euro does account for sleet, but the GFS doesn't. So why would the GFS ensemble account for sleet? But yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the storm as it happens. In 2021, we had a very similar setup. We got like 5 inches. And then we got freezing rain. And then places like New York City got 2 feet. But I didn't know that because I wasn't tracking winter storms back then like I do now. So I just enjoyed the storm as it happened. And honestly, I want to go back to that time where I can just enjoy winter storms without any stress. And my goodness, this thing is already going northwest. My gosh. Turn Creek back on. Fine, man.
You know, get through.
You want to hear me talk?
People are still going to do
fine, dude.
Now,
Gosh
Kaufman
dang.
says, riffing on that analogy some more, the one I like doing a bit of research on was when seatbelts were first mandated, there was a huge pushback. The pushback was that if you got into a car accident, you wouldn't be able to get out of your car because the seatbelt would trap you. And there was a ton of pushback. A lot of consumer negativity towards seatbelts, a feeling that they were dangerous. And it's how people react to change sometimes. I think that explains some of the feedback we get around doing the age checks for everyone. People say that the age checks aren't 100% perfect. Sometimes the technology gets it wrong. Yes, it's so demonstrably better than just asking someone how old they are and expecting that everyone will put in the right age or hit the checkbox to say that they're over 13 or 18, whatever it is. The age check system we have is so much better, but it's like seatbelts. Instead of focusing on why it's so much better and why we're all better off wearing seatbelts in a car, some people like to focus on some of the challenges. Obviously, we need to work on those challenges, but I think the analogy is very apropos to what's happening today. Basically, once again, saying that yes, the current system, the new system, has some issues, but it's making Roblox way safer than it was before. Now, I'm sure you guys in the comments will let me know what you think of that and whether you agree or disagree. But anyway, I want to talk about this right here. This went trending on Twitter over the past day, and I thought it was actually kind of crazy. A lot of people are kind of freaking out over this. So I don't know who this guy is here. I'm gonna mute the video real quick. His name is apparently Thread Guy. I don't know who he is. My apologies. But he revealed that the top 10 developers on Roblox are making over $38 million a year. $38 million to the top 10 developers on Roblox. No, I mean, we can just take a look at this page here. You know, top 10 developers, you can kind of do the math. $38 million, that's a lot of money. And if we look at the graph here, we can see that the top 100 developers are making $7 million a year, and the top 1,000 developers are making $1 million a year. The top 1,000 developers on Roblox are making $1 million a year. So if you make a Roblox game and it's in the top 1,000, you're making $1 million a year. That's crazy. The big news here, though, that everyone's freaking out over. Look at this right here. So Thread Guy revealed that JP Morgan analysts, and JP Morgan, if you don't know who they are, they're basically a big bank here in the United States. JP Morgan analysts estimated that one of the biggest games on Roblox, Grow a Garden, had grossed $150 million just 3 months after launch, meaning they were making around $50 million a month. And if you average it out to now, it's about $20 million a month. That's a lot of money. Almost as much money as I've made from Roblox Still a Brain Rot. That's right. Roblox YouTuber Creecraft says Still a Brain Rot content has made him a millionaire. It's over $1 million. That's how much money this game has made me. Now, yeah, this got reported on by the news, Dexerto, and I said this on a live stream. And they clipped it. It's got almost 1 million views. They made a whole article over it, and they even made this custom thumbnail. This is me now. That's me. Look at all that money behind me. That's right, because I'm super rich from Still a Brain Rot. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
The rich get richer, the snowy get snowier. We've seen this before. I've played these games before, chat. 2021 is a notable example. 5 inches here, 2 feet in New York. But again, I didn't know. I didn't know because I wasn't tracking winter storms at that time. So I just enjoyed the storm as it happened. Which is what I want to get back to. This storm, I mean, what is going on over here? This storm is just, I don't even know what I'm looking, what am I looking at? This happens in 6 hours. What am I looking at? Snow north and rain south? No, I mean, rain north. Let me try that again. Rain north and snow south is what I'm getting at over here. And you probably can't even see that. Let me make Mr. Phil a little smaller over here. Odd. Coastal storm still, I wouldn't say it's likely at all, but it's definitely possible. The wrap is running. Again, the short-term models are not really that trustworthy, but it does deliver a 12-hour period of snow with about 6 inches. But I think it's underestimating how heavy that thump could be. So, I don't know, things could change. The wrap for the moment looks alright. Now, say there were no mountains, and the mix line was like right here. Well, we'd probably see precip starting a bit earlier, but we'd be even more cooked. Okay, chat, this has just turned into a bunch of despair. I might not stream. You know what? I may not stream. This can be the last stream this week because Viper streams tomorrow. This will be the last stream model watching. And I'm glad because this has caused me so much despair. Seeing all that snow just move away from us right in front of our eyes. Alright, more creek. Y'all, more creek. Before the Euro. Alright, wait. Drag it up.
Okay, so Roblox has issued even more statements, even more videos, even more responses to everyone complaining about the age check update and the chat bans. Is Roblox going to revert the update? Are they going to take it out? Are they going to remove it? Well, today we're going to find out because I have the answer for you. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about regarding it because look, the protests were literally on the news. People were protesting so much on Roblox that it literally got on the Brazilian news. And oh boy, things are looking good for Roblox. Look at this. Roblox's age verification faces a chaotic rollout. Roblox's AI age verification is a complete mess. Roblox's age verification system is a train wreck. Roblox's new age verification is fooled by shockingly simple tactics. And by shockingly simple tactics, I'm literally just talking about like a kid drawing a beard on his face with a Sharpie marker. Like this actually, I still can't believe this actually worked, but yeah, this actually worked. If we estimated your age is 21 or older, yeah, okay. Before we get into the age check updates, though, real quick, I do want to talk about a bunch of other updates that Roblox put out because right now, I guess Roblox decided it would be a really good idea to announce that makeup is coming to the game. Creators will be able to publish and sell full makeup looks, combining eye, face, and lip. So yeah, you can have face up on your or makeup on your for your face. What is this? Obviously, I'm a dude, so it's not really, I'm not the target audience for this, but like, bro, what is with these realistic, creepy looking avatars that look like they want to steal my soul and send it to the depths of hell? Like, I'm sure for all the girl players out there, makeup is a really cool thing. That's awesome. That's great. And for any dudes that like wearing makeup, that's awesome. Like this right here kind of looks like some Viking like paint on his face. Like that looks kind of cool, but man, these avatars, bro, like Roblox, you gotta cut it out. Roblox also announced that they're rolling out the ability for users to quickly swap games from the escape menu. So you no longer have to exit out of the game, pick a new game, and then join that game. You can just do it all from the escape menu in game, and that's actually a really good feature. So,
good job, Roblox. Credit where credit's due. That's good.
Roblox is going to allow you to make your avatar items transparent. I'm sure. I mean, I'm not going to probably use it, but I mean, I guess if you want to do that, that's a good update.
Good job. Okay.
Now, this one's a little bit weird, and honestly, I thought it would be a popular update, but after reading the comments on this, I'm guessing not. So basically, Roblox is adding the ability to rent avatar items instead of buying them. So like, for example, you can rent this item for 30 Robux for 3 days, or you can buy it permanently for 60 Robux and have it forever. So you can rent it for like 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, and I mean, I guess it's kind of a cool update, but I don't know. A lot of people were kind of upset about this. A lot of people were like, that's kind of a waste of Robux. And yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Especially when games like Catalog Avatar Creator exist, you can kind of just go ahead and try it on in there anyway. So I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of this. I don't know. It's an all right update, but yeah, a lot of people were really mad about this. Yeah, like this guy says, can't we just try out the items on Catalog Avatar Creator and then decide if we like them and buy them? And like, yeah, I guess you could. So I guess the update's kind of pointless. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's address it. The age checks, the age verification. Where are we at? What's going on? Is Roblox removing them? Well, since the last video I made on this, like I said, there's been massive protests in Roblox. So many protests, in fact, that they've been on the Brazilian news. By the way, don't look and see what that says in English, because it's not it's not great, I'll tell you that. What's crazy though is the protests have gotten so bad on Roblox that and I'm not even joking here, the official government of Brazil, I'm not even joking, this is the official account for the government of Brazil, the country of Brazil, they tweeted about it. Look, urgent, the day the entire internet stopped the protests in favor of the Brazilian people's rights. What are they talking about? Talking about Roblox chat bans. I thought that was kind of funny. I also want to say, look, I see a lot of people protesting on Roblox. I see a lot of posts, a lot of videos, a lot of TikToks of people protesting on Roblox. Protesting on Roblox ain't gonna do nothing. If you really want Roblox to get rid of the update, take it away, revert it, you gotta stop playing Roblox. You can't be like,
oh man, I hate Roblox. Roblox sucks. This is the worst game ever.
While also still playing Roblox, because you're just giving them more money. They don't care. If you want them to revert the update, you gotta take away what they love most, which is money. And the only way to do that is to stop playing the game. I just thought I'd point that out because a lot of you guys, like, you have good intentions, but you're not really doing much. Another really big problem that's come with the update is people selling age-verified Roblox accounts on black markets. eBay, not a black market, but website here. Let me just show you actually. So like there's an entire Twitter account just selling an age group 18 to 20 Roblox account for $50. Here's another one, 13 plus for $10. Here's literally a whole bunch. Look at this. They're just selling age verified Roblox accounts. Look at this. This is bad. Like, this is a black market full of just age verified Roblox accounts, 21 plus age group, 21 plus verified, 21 plus voice chat enabled. Like, look at this. You can literally pick which one you want. 18 years old. This one's 2009, which, what age does that put you? I don't know. 18 plus, 21. This one down here is 13 to 15. And like, everyone told Roblox that this was going to be a huge problem, and I'm really curious what they do to solve this, because it's like, what's stopping some bad guy from just going on one of these websites, buying a Roblox account that says they're 13 to 15, and now suddenly you got a 40-year-old man who can only talk to 13 to 15-year-olds. Like, that seems like a really big problem. And if Roblox hasn't been able to stop black market sites for 10 plus years now, what are they going to do to stop this? I don't know. Luckily, eBay has stated, they've came out and they said that they are taking these down. A spokesperson for eBay has stated that they're removing Roblox age-verified accounts from being sold as it violates their site's policies. So those are actually getting deleted from eBay. Like I said, though, the problem is these black market sites. Most of them are illegal already anyway, so, like, what are they going to do? Just, like, they're just going to ignore the laws. They're just going to ignore the rules, and they're just going to keep selling them. So with everyone complaining about the update, what has Roblox done? So this is the video we watched in the last video, basically saying that, you know, Roblox is working on age verification. They're going to make it better, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Roblox decided right now would be a really good time to tweet about how Roblox is embracing AI. I'm not going to listen to this whole video because it's 2 minutes long, but basically Roblox made an entire video talking about AI and showing off an AI Roblox game. Look at this right here. I don't know if there was ever a good moment to show this off, but right now is definitely not the right moment. So this is a completely AI-generated Roblox game that they decided now would be a really good time to show off. And I mean, the graphics look kind of neat, I guess, but it's not really Roblox. And for some reason, the entire world just turned into an ocean. And also, this guy is going to walk straight through the boat like that. Like, what the heck? Like, look, half the boat just disappeared. Yeah, Roblox says AI will help enhance creators' vision, making it easier to build higher quality experiences, shape worlds intuitively, create smarter NPCs, etc., and they got community noted. AI can affect brain areas related to creativity and imagination, opposing the platform's slogan. And yeah, once again, they got ratio 2.4 thousand comments to 1.3 thousand likes, using the data from your developer community to replace them. And then Roblox issued a statement to a news network called Wired, which I can't read their article because apparently I have to pay for it, so I'm just going to read this other article that talks about what they said. Roblox's age verification system is a complete train wreck. So as we all know, it's a really big issue. It even says here, it might not be hyperbole. How do you say that word? Hyperbole. To say that Roblox's survival could depend on how it handles this problem, and it's not off to a hot start. There are reports of a 23-year-old being misidentified as a 16 to 17-year-old. Online videos showing children spoofing the system, believing that they were adults by using avatar images. One kid drew wrinkles and a stubble on his face and was instantly deemed 21 plus. Another flashed a photo of Kurt Cobain and got an adult classification. All this is going on. What did Roblox say? Well, Roblox actually did issue a statement. Let's read their new statement. Here is Roblox's new statement. This is what they said. To suggest that our age check technology isn't working is a fundamental misunderstanding of what it takes to shift safety at scale. Okay, well, so I guess right off the bat, Roblox says that the age check technology is working. I mean, I would argue that it doesn't seem to be working completely correctly most of the time. But I mean, what do I know, right? I don't have any data. I'm just a guy on the internet. It seems like most of the time it's kind of getting things wrong here. Maybe I shouldn't say most. Maybe some of the time is the better statement. But anyway, with a global community of over 150 million daily active users, we are pleased with where we are in the rollout process. It's a process that will take time. You can't flip a switch while building something that hasn't existed before. Tens of millions of users have already completed the process, proving that the vast majority of our community values a safer, more age-appropriate environment. See, I actually disagree with this because if we look at data here, and I do actually have some data for this one. Look at this right here. It says less than 36% of players in my game can chat with each other. So I mean, I wouldn't say 36% is the vast majority of the community, but okay. I mean, you know, again, whatever you say. Expecting the system to be flawless overnight is ignoring the scale of this undertaking. This technology is the foundation of a new gold standard that limits communication between adults and minors by default. Gold standard, I don't know about that one. We are building for the next decade of the internet, not the next news cycle. We will continue to innovate, continue to require age checks, and continue to lead the industry where others have been too hesitant to go. So there you have it. They will continue to require age checks. They're not going away. They're here to stay. Where does this leave Roblox? Well, with some developers describing games on the platform feeling lifeless or like a ghost town, the company has its hands full. We'll have to figure out how to balance its priorities of keeping bad guys out without breaking things for everyone else. Now, something else worth noting is since all of that happened, Minecraft is now adding age verification. If you're in the UK, you will have to verify your age for Minecraft. If you don't verify your age, you cannot chat. All Minecraft players in the UK with adult accounts will be required to verify their age is at least 18 years old. Accounts that do not complete the age verification process will have limited access to social features. Not only is Minecraft doing it, Discord is doing it too. Discord is testing age verification in age groups. Here it is right here. Verify your age group. Take a video selfie or scan your ID. They are now testing this outside of the UK and Australia, and it's likely that this will go worldwide probably sometime this year. I tweeted and I said, was Roblox ahead of the curve or did they start a massive domino effect? And it's funny, David Bazuki actually replied and he said, or both. So it looks like age verification is here to stay. And as much as we complain about it, it doesn't look like it's going away. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
Yo, I should move to like Florida or something, so I don't even have to deal with the stress of tracking winter storms. Or like LA. I should move to like LA. They don't even have to worry about hurricanes. I can just watch from the sidelines and be like, oh, the world's burning, but I'm here just fine on my own. I should move to LA. I should move to LA. Or something like that. Whipping it out. Chat, what could the stream possibly be? I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna exit. Whipping it out. Yeah, no thanks. No thank you. Yeah, I should move to like Florida or something. They don't have to worry about. I don't have to like constantly stress about winter storms. Or no, LA. Oh, you're gonna want to see this. You're gonna want to see this. Hold on. Wait.
Okay,
I didn't see this yet.
Let's do a super tornado siren.
That's my
McDonald.
That's my new ringtone. That's my new ringtone. Or I can just go to Oregon, sure. Or somewhere on the West Coast. Somewhere on the West Coast. I'm definitely going to... I'm definitely gonna make that a clip on my main channel. You know what I'm talking about. Moore Creek? Let's take a look at the GFS. The greatest model ever, obviously, because it shows the most snow for us. That's why it's the greatest model ever, and it's going to be correct because it has what I want. And it shows nothing else for the remainder of the period. It is the best model ever because it shows exactly what I want.
What is up, everybody? Starting the vlog a little bit late here today. I had a major issue earlier this morning. It was a big thing where, you know, I'm going on a trip in about a month and a half and my passport has been expired. And there was this big thing, this big fiasco, but I had to mail off a bunch of crap. I had to fill out a bunch of crap. It was a really stressful day. It's actually already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Making some chicken, just grilling out right now. But yeah, really stressful today, really annoying, depressing. But, you know, it's life. You got to deal with it, and we're getting the passport thing figured out. I had to get the expedited shipping is what they do with these passports. You get the expedited shipping. It costs an extra $40 or something. I got to get this thing by mid-June because I'm going on a trip. And my mom's like, what's with your passport? I'm like, oh boy. I look at my passport this morning. It says expired June 2020. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So it is a big thing. I had to do a bunch of stuff. I had to go to a bunch of different places. It's getting mailed off. We got the 2-day shipping, the overnight shipping, whatever. Hopefully, my passport gets returned to me, updated before my trip. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. What do we have going on here? And guys, just something I wanted to quickly discuss here. A crazy story with this COVID vaccine and the New York Yankees. The Yankees recently have had some COVID issues with their coaches. Apparently, they've been vaccinated, yet they still got COVID. But the craziest story of them all is their young shortstop, Gleyber Torres, who evidently already had COVID last year, got the vaccine, and now has gotten COVID again. So you want to talk about how good vaccines help, and now they're trying to shift the argument into saying, oh, isn't it great? The vaccine's so great. He's he has no symptoms. Did we know if Torres had any symptoms the first time he had COVID, when he had a 99.8%, survival rate? Gleyber Torres being a healthy, 25, 26-year-old male. Do we know the survival rate? These vaccines are so unbelievable. And people, they ask me, they say, what do you think about the vaccines? I've had people DM me, things like that. When it comes to young people, we've seen the PC culture, everyone say, oh, you need to go get vaccines, you need to wear your mask, you need to stay indoors because we got to protect the old people. Turns out the actual only people that were getting severely sick from COVID were old people and fat people, but they never were talking about the fat people because they thought if they said, oh, if you're fat, you have a higher risk, that would be fat shaming. Instead of saying, oh, go lose some weight. And again, I have nothing against fat people. This isn't talking about me against people. They evidently didn't let out that 78% of the hospitalizations had to do with people, from COVID, had to do with people that were obese. And it makes perfect sense. The idea that, your immune system isn't as good, you're carrying more weight, it's weaker. And then that goes back to the whole theory on China actually creating the virus in a lab. Guys, we're 99% sure at this point that China created this virus in a lab. And I think the number one proven point to show that this was artificially created, they talk about it attacking weak immune systems, old people's immune systems. What about new developing young kids' immune systems? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything to young kids' immune systems. But we can't even yell at China and say China's bad because all of the American media is blame America. America is racist. They don't care that China released the deadly virus and then lied about all their numbers. They care about the black dude who, is getting racially profiled by the mailman. That's what the mainstream media cares about. And really, the mainstream media completely lost me after the whole George Floyd thing, because the crazy thing with the George Floyd thing, and obviously it was terribly racist to the cop. I agree. There are racist police officers, things like that. The same exact thing happened to a white dude 2 or 3 years ago. The dude's name, I believe, was Tony Tippa, and he actually had it worse to where the cop had his knee on Tippa's back and was mocking him. The cop with Floyd wasn't mocking him, so Tippa, and he died from the cop. He was a heavyset man, Tippa was, and he died from the cop putting all of his body weight on his back, and that got no media coverage. The same thing happens to a black dude. They're trying to incite a race war and call all of America racist. Getting back to the virus and getting back to the vaccine, guys, when it comes to young people ask, well, should I get the vaccine? You know, I liken it to like a young dude, these young dumbass college kids who drink Diet Coke. It's like, dude, you're young, you're healthy, just drink a regular Pepsi or Coke. Don't drink Diet. Diet's actually worse for you. I know it says 0 calories on the label. It's actually worse for you. I liken young people getting the vaccine to that, guys. This was a rushed vaccine. You know, if you're older, if you, have to get it for your job, you're 70, 80 years old, get it, that's fine. But young people who are 20, 25 years old, who have 60, 70 years left on this earth, we really don't know the extreme effects of the vaccine. Notice.
He said what? He said what? Let's rewind that real quick.
That's how I'm using their own.
I was on my bed, but I was looking at the captions.
Young people who are 20, 25 years old, who have 60, 70 years.
How many years? Wait. Run that by me again, DG?
But young people who are 20, 25 years old, who have.
How many? Let me run that. Let me run that back. What did he just say?
60, 70 years.
Alright. It's not funny anymore. Is the Euro AI running? Because I need to go right to bed. Right about now. Okay, that's another clip farm.
That's on this another. We really don't know.
That's another clip farm. That's another clip farm. Yep.
The extreme effects of the vaccine. Notice how I'm using their own argument against them. When it came out with the whole COVID numbers, everyone was like, well, yeah, sure, there's a 99.8% survival rate among young people, but what is it going to do to you in 20 years? What is the vaccine going to do to you in 20 years? You hear all these people who get the first shot, there's no effect. They get the second shot, they're completely sick, they're bedridden for days. I would say be careful, guys. I don't think the vaccines are meant to harm you. But everyone going out there saying, we see what Joe Rogan goes out and says, listen, if you're young, you're healthy, you shouldn't get it. They attack him on that. That doesn't surprise me at all, because we live in a culture now, and everyone was shocked when we actually started getting the data on the vaccine, to where it was like, oh my goodness, this terrible virus doesn't affect children, it doesn't affect healthy young people, this is so great, but they still wanted to lock you in your house. That's the PC culture. That's everyone saying, well, you don't care about old people. No, it's not that we don't care about old people. There's a give and a take. If you're old, you should be locked up. You should be very cautious. We're not trying to spread the virus. We're just trying to live our lives at this point. And the overreaction to the virus, because we didn't know what it was, and I agreed with the overreaction, we did need to do something because we didn't know what the numbers were. China had terribly false numbers. The media didn't care about that because they care about anything that's wrong with America, talking about that. China could have death camps for all we know, and the media, they wouldn't care because it's all America. America's racist. They're really hammering this race war home. That's what they want to do. And that's what they really did with Trump. They've kind of backed it off now because Biden's and they want less negativity. They did a 4-year smear campaign on Trump. And guys, going back to my political videos, I actually had to delete a lot of those videos off air. I had to delete a lot of them, because I was worried about Google possibly taking down my channel. And I, went into the election as a complete independent, and I am still a complete independent. I've been an independent all my life.
Yeah,
I don't
you don't
view
sound
one
like that.
side strongly enough to consider myself a Republican or a Democrat. I'm just saying, as an independent, what they did was a complete smear job against Trump. That's what's going to happen when the media is 80-90% one way, and then you see all these young kids becoming liberal because they're inundated with this crazy amount of data. They go into college and they have no political thoughts, and they come out going to the Women's March every year saying, I'm with her, saying women's rights, things like that. I have nothing against women's rights, but that movement's been hijacked by the alt-left. The alt-left is far more accepted and far more universally heard than the alt-right.
Anyways, what is he talking about? What is he even talking about? I've been watching tennis, and I had the headphones set down on the desk.
Of racists, but the alt-left is an extremely dangerous movement. Nobody, takes the alt-right seriously. Everyone just dismisses them, they disavow them. The alt-left actually get taken seriously in this country. That's a major problem that we're going to have to deal with. So, guys, when it comes to the vaccine, it's crazy. Gleyber Torres, 26 years old, gets coronavirus last year, gets the vaccine, and then gets COVID again. And then their argument is, oh, COVID has prevented Gleyber Torres from having any symptoms this time. Or no, excuse me, the vaccine has prevented Gleyber Torres from having any symptoms this time. Do we know if Gleyber Torres even had any symptoms the first time he got the virus before he had the vaccine? I mean, come on, guys. I'm saying, be careful. If you're young, be careful with this vaccine. If you're older, you...
Can we watch... Who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't watch people that I know. Shh. I don't know who that is. Shh. I don't know who that is. Elon Musk? You talk like a Canadian. Chance, is true?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the vlog. I am just full of energy today, guys. My workout, I probably had the best workout I've had in months. This past weekend, I kind of overindulged. I had probably 7,000 calories yesterday on Sunday. When I eat, guys, the thing is, I'll eat, and I'll eat, and I'll eat, and I'll eat, and oh my goodness, yesterday, I probably had ice cream, this Blue Moon ice cream, for like a real ice cream for like the first time in 2 months. And let me tell you, you know, it's funny when you start really eating healthy for like consecutive months, you begin to think and you begin to lie to yourself and say, you know, this healthy food really isn't that much worse than the unhealthy stuff. Guys, I started licking this Blue Moon ice cream, a full pint of Blue Moon ice cream, because my family's all home. They said, listen, we're going to get ice cream. We're going to have a cheat day, whatever. I don't really do cheat days, but they're like, what do you want? I said, all right, I'll do it. I want some Blue Moon ice cream. We go to this place, Mitchell's, and, well, you know, they bring back the ice cream, and guys, this is how much is left of the ice cream. Let's take a look at this. This is how much is left of it. Oh, man, dude, this stuff, I'm telling you guys right now, I started licking the top of the Blue Moon ice cream, and my immediate thought was, okay, this is 3,000 times better than any protein shake I've ever made. I mean, it's just funny how you think, oh, this healthy stuff, it actually tastes, you know, almost as good as, you know, my protein shakes taste almost as good as regular ice cream. No, none. No. Guys, I was slamming food this weekend. If you are looking to gain weight, because one dude, he kept asking, how do you gain weight? How do you gain 10 pounds? Guys, these cashews, oh my God. I will literally sit in this pantry. I did this multiple times this weekend. How much of these is left? About half, less than half. So I probably had about 2,000 calories worth of these cashews. If you're looking to gain weight, these cashews, 15 of them, 160 calories. And it's not like steak where you eat a steak and you're full. You can just keep eating them like a little rat. And those cashews, oh, I love them. And these rice cakes, guys, I was telling you about the regular rice cakes that I had. And I was actually eating these disgusting lightly salted rice cakes. I got these caramel ones over the weekend. Oh my God, the difference is historic. The difference, I think there's one left. The great thing with rice cakes, and those caramel ones are really good. I don't know if it was the fact that I was having the lightly salted ones, then I switched to the caramel ones on why I think the caramel are just amazing. But dude, I was eating those disgusting lightly salted, no flavor, completely bland rice cakes. I switched to the caramel this weekend, and I had, you know, the entire package almost in a single day. But the great thing with the rice cakes is you can have all 14 of those things and it's only 700 calories. But guys, I was just, you know, big day of eating yesterday. What I really want to do though is I want to like go to Buca di Beppo, which is an Italian restaurant we have, not eat anything throughout the entire day, just drink water, whatever, prep for it, and then have about a 6,000 or 7,000 calorie meal. With just pasta, lasagna, oh my goodness, it would be a...
Oh my fussing gosh. And this is why I don't go on Twitter on stream. I just went on my phone, and I saw the worst thing ever. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I've never seen anything like it. He said it again, yo. I was not focused. I had the headphones on my desk. I was not focused. I was watching Alcaraz. But let me tell you, I was on Twitter, and this is why I don't go on stream. This is why I don't go on Twitter on stream. I saw the worst thing one can see. I saw a stream of liquid coming from the bottom of the screen. There is a girl on the... Guys, this is not my out... Look, this is not targeted based off what I've been looking at. These are viral posts. These are viral posts. This is not based off what I've been looking at. These are viral posts. And let me just say, the stream of liquid misses her, but it's suspiciously coming from the bottom of the screen. I will not go further. What did he say?
Water, whatever. Prep for it, and then have about a 6,000 or 7,000 calorie meal.
Guys, okay, all right. Let's do another clip farm. We're gonna do another clip farm. 3, 2, 1, action.
Drink water, whatever. Prep for it, and then have about a 6,000 or 7,000 calorie meal.
A what? A how many calorie meal? Wait. Run that back. Patrick, what did you just say?
Water, whatever. Prep for it, and then have about a 6.
A 6?
6,000 or 7,000.
6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! Alright.
Calorie meal. With just pasta, lasagna. Oh my goodness. It would be amazing. 2 or 3 salads.
Okay. 6, 7. Enough. It's time to lock in. We're getting a ton of clips this stream. Ton of them. I could even talk about what I just saw on Twitter, and that'd be a clip too. Euro AI, is it coming a tick north? It better not. This goes north. I'm be concerned. It's not north, actually. It's south. From what it looks like, it's south. Chat, it looks south, okay? Don't count your chickens yet, though. But this looks south. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? This looks south. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing, chat? This looks south, doesn't it? It might delay this one a little bit. No, that's south. Come on, Clanker. Actually, no. You're not a Clanker. You are a very good model. You are the best weather model in the world. You are better than the GFS. Now give us a foot. It's south. Yep, it's south. Next frame, chat. It's crucial. On the crescendo. I think that's what they call it, right? It's weaker. I'll give you that, it's weaker. But it's a little south. On the beat drop. Next frame. Yeah, it's weaker. Okay, this thing's weaker. Okay, it looked south. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit south. I don't think it's as amped. Do we take 7.6? I don't know. It's because I called it a clanker, right? I don't know if that's a W or L. Chat, W or L? I don't know. Oh my... What the... Okay. Back to the... other slop.
Start off, you ever go to a restaurant, you're going to want to get the salads early on. You get 2 or 3 salads. And guys, I'm telling you, like, you go to a restaurant with your friends, you get in, the reservation's about 5 o'clock. You're not leaving till 10. Okay, you have about 6 or 7 different servings, different portions. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. 7 courses, 8 courses, you get the desserts and everything. That's what I really want to do. But let me just tell you guys, the food I've been having, oh, it's amazing. It's been amazing. Guys, welcome to another sit-down portion of the vlog where I discuss different things, and I just quickly wanted to touch on why I'm scared of Elon Musk. Now, this is not a popular opinion. Elon Musk's got a big fan base. I understand that. I'm not attacking Elon Musk. I hope he's for real. But it's interesting how you look at these multi-billionaires, and we're not talking about people that, you know, have a net worth of 5, 10 million, whatever. We're talking about the Bill Gates, the Jeff Bezos. The general public normally hates those people and, you know, operates with a huge level of skepticism towards those type of multi-billionaires. They're actually worth a lot more than what their net worth even says, because the net worth is a low-end number. Their assets are worth far more. You're talking about multi-hundred billion-dollar people. And then when it comes to Elon Musk, who's worth right around or maybe even more than both of them, there's no skepticism. And like I said, guys, I hope Elon Musk is for real, but when I hear him talking about Neuralink, you know, reading people's minds, things like that, it does scare me, because of course they're going to preface it by saying, well, it's not forced on people, you can get it if you want, whatever. The problem is, once people start getting the Neuralink, they start reading people's minds, things like that, it's going to be such an advantage that everybody is going to be forced to get this, and we're really going to transition to more of a subhuman race. I'm very concerned about it, and it's like Elon Musk is the one guy that's powerful enough to convince people to do this, because he's not, again, he's not seen in the same light as a Jeff Bezos, as a Bill Gates, where half of the general public treats everything they say with an extreme level of skepticism. And you should, with any of these multi-billionaires who are extremely powerful people, you should treat anything these multi-billionaires say with an absurd level of skepticism due to the amount of power they have and influence they have with money. But it's like Elon Musk is the trendy guy that everyone loves, nobody cares. Everyone says, well, Jeff Bezos, they don't donate to charity, they have so much money, they're selfish. I don't agree with that opinion, but I'm just saying they say that about those guys, but then they don't say it about Elon Musk. And then we hear Elon Musk on his most recent time on Joe Rogan's podcast go out of his way, actually, I forget the exact moment he said it, it was about an hour and a half in, I think, to compliment China on how well they're handling global warming. Turns out about 2 weeks ago, we get a university study that says China is far and away the #1 overall CO2 emission leader in the world. If you took all the other countries in the world, they wouldn't even equal the amount of CO2 emissions China has per year, or I don't know when the study was done, but it was, recently. And Elon Musk goes out of his way and says, oh, You know, they made a little cute little panda. They made a cute little panda. They really care about the environment. Who's paying Elon Musk to say that? You're going to go out of your way. And about this huge person who hates China, the reality is China's done a lot of bad things. You know, I thought with COVID and how bad it was, it would have been a perfect time for finally NATO to flex its muscle and sanction and put sanctions on the Chinese military expansion, because we know China's been building up their military significantly. You know, you could have easily punished China. NATO is a complete joke. I don't want to get into NATO, but what I'll say about NATO is I have no, personally, if I was the United States, we are at such a disadvantage when it comes to NATO. When you have these massive when you have these massive alliances when it comes to military-wise, the United States is so much more technologically advanced military-wise. We have such a higher military budget than all of these European countries. There's no need to be in this huge alliance. What you do is you create single alliances with each country within Europe. I have nothing against Europeans. I want to be aligned with them, but it's separate agreements. I don't want to have to send American troops to Europe. The thing is, with these separate agreements, you can break them easily. It becomes, we want alliances that benefit the United States. NATO doesn't benefit the United States at all because it's this big thing, and the United States is so much more powerful than every other country in the alliance. The burden goes onto the United States if one of these European countries gets in trouble, and I am not at this point concerned about Russia and their military and their technology. I don't think they have nearly as good of technology as the United States does, especially military-wise. For Russia to potentially take over Europe, I don't see how that could happen if all of the European countries come together. We don't want war. We don't want nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are an absolute last-case scenario. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting off track. I'm sorry. I was talking about Elon Musk. I do this thing. I just go on rants. But when it comes to Elon Musk, guys, it's just, you look at the general public, there's no skepticism. Neuralink. You look at all these different things with putting chips in people's brains. I mean, and then it's like, oh, it's only if you want it. Yeah, and then when people start doing it, they have such an advantage over people that don't have the chips. The people that don't have the chips are going to be forced to get the chips installed. Okay, guys, that's why I have a problem with Elon Musk. And then he comes out and says, oh, there's no issues with 5G. Yeah, we really know about that. Elon Musk, he's obviously got business ties to 5G to go up there and say, oh, there's no problems at all with 5G, guys. I don't want to come off as a dumbass, but there needs to...
Alright, I think it's time for the Euro. Let me go to sleep with a south shift. Let me sleep knowing that we have a south shift on the Euro. So apparently we have scalp clip slop. Bro. There's no way we have new scalp clip slop. Scalp, 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 scalp. Ends the brain rot story. Bara. I gotta drag it up. Ends the brain rot story.
Yes! Woohoo! I won!
Oh.
I'm out of breath! You
POV, the sleet line making it into Baltimore. It goes south and then just hikes north.
I'm out of breath! You did great, man! Yes! Woohoo! I won!
This is an accurate representation, right? Accurate representation of the sleet line. This is Baltimore. It goes south and then just hikes north without stopping. Sorry guys, I'm just mad. I'm just really mad, that's why. The Euro is gonna slow down this storm, which is not good. Gives more time for the polar high to retreat, which means we could get an even shorter thump of snow with even less totals and more ice. So we need the greatest Aura song ever to try and stop this from happening. What are we doing? I'm Not an Egg? That would be horrible. That would give us all ice. If we did I'm Not an Egg. We gotta think fast. This is running. It's already running, Chad. We have to think fast. You know, it's probably gonna take a while. It's probably gonna take a while. So I'm gonna just do some of this. It's probably gonna take a while. You know what I just realized? Truth Nuke 100 had this storm all along. I was just looking at it. This was from the 13th. And look what it had. Literally the exact same thing. Snow, then freezing rain, then snow. Literally the same thing. And it was predicted on the 13th. And it's cold air damming because look at this wedge right here. Cold air damming, just like what this is. It's a little bit of a CAD wedge extending into Raleigh. The Euro had it all along 10 days ago. Yeah, that was all you. That was all you, dude. Okay. I don't see much of a north or south shift just yet. Cautiously, patiently, waiting. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos. Now I know why you were saying Jeff Bezos. Yo, frame 42, come on. I'm trying to go to sleep right now. I'm gonna choose beta. I'm gonna use the beta version. Storage by 1 a.m. Might I add, this is gonna be a lot more sleet. It's showing a lot more freezing rain than sleet, but I think there will be more sleet. We're gonna have a lot more sleet. Big thump, okay. What did the last one show? It's a little more south, I think, but not by much. See how that sleet line is near Richmond instead? Or it's actually just under Richmond. trend for this. A little more south. Giving more credence to maybe more snow. How about frame 48? A little more sleet and a little more south. But only by like 10 miles. I don't think I can I take a snow sounding? Yeah, I can take a sounding. So this would already support sleet and snow. If we say predominantly snow, there won't be much of a problem. We have to fend off that warm nose, which is always very tough. Again, that forecast from the day after Christmas last year, well, really just last month in New York, expecting a foot, sleet pushed in earlier, and they got like 5 inches, while New England got a foot. Let's keep it going. If we can stay snow in this next frame, if on this next frame it is still snowing, that'd be huge. I think it's giving time for it to catch up. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Anyways, chat, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? Me personally, mine is blue because you know why? Snow, baby. Ah, see that? Nah, and actually, I was between blue and orange. Y'all, don't sleep on pink. Don't sleep on pink, though. Don't sleep on pink. Next frame's out. Next frame's out. This is huge. And I don't mean that because of freezing rain. I don't like... If we're talking about freezing rain, I hate pink. But in any other instance, we're fine. Here we go. Okay. It's both. It's both. Both P-types. It's still, yeah. This warm nose would support sleet and snow at the same time. So we're fine. How about DC? Yeah, both at the same time. I'd say a lot of this is sleet. A lot of this pink stuff is sleet. Like right here. A lot of this pink stuff is sleet. And even then, there could still be snow mixed in. Now, is this a south trend? Honestly, who even knows? It's better than this, I'll tell you that. Alright, chat. My grand takeaway is that even when it starts mixing with sleet, snow might still be falling for quite a bit of time. Because the warm nose is not deep enough to support freezing rain. That's why I think we'll see very minimal icing. There might still be a glaze of ice, but I think very minimal icing will occur. And honestly, I don't hate these numbers. In fact, you know what? Maybe I do. Because what is this? In the Big 26, bro? I'm not saying that. Remember, 7.1, right, was the number on the 10 to 1. The ratios are going to be extremely high to start, and then drop near 10 to 1 as the sleet starts mixing in. When the sleet starts mixing in, it's probably going to be like 4 to 1. This is a south shift. This is a south shift. It's not an insane south shift. Like, we're gonna see all snow, because there's no way we're gonna look at that, but... Oh my god, I'm never going to see it. I will never see the Atlantic Ocean the same way again. I just saw something on Twitter. Final number? Okay. Alright. How do we go from 6.7 to 6.9? Very funny, very funny. Very funny totals. But to account for the ratios, we're probably gonna be somewhere... Okay, now. This is just straight up cruel. Where the warm nose does push even more north. This is straight up cruel. The soundings would probably support sleet and freezing rain by 7, but not before a good thumping. Okay. So with that being said, finally, I am done tracking this stuff. Thankfully. And with that being said, this stream is over.